Captain America, the star-spangled man with a plan, the living embodiment of American ideals, freedom, justice, and the courage to stand up for what is right. Also, according to Anthony Mack, Captain America doesn't represent America? Apparently, Anthony Mackie said that Captain America represents a lot of things, but America shouldn't be one of those things.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations.
What?
Honestly, I'm still scratching my head trying to figure out what he meant by that, but before we dive in, let me just say that what we're going to be reacting to is just but a tiny snippet. We don't have the full video yet, and we don't also have the full context. So I'm going to give Mackie the benefit of the doubt and try to understand exactly where he's coming from. But I am also going to explain why I think he's wrong. Oh, and of course, I'll throw in some personal stories to like razzle-dazzle and just spice things up a bit.
Let's do this!
Let's start by giving Anthony Mackie the benefit of the doubt. What could he possibly mean by saying that Captain America shouldn't represent America? First, he might be pointing out the gap between America's ideals and its reality. America stands for freedom, justice, and equality, values that it aspires to but sometimes doesn't really live up to. This is a country with a history of slavery, segregation, and even racism. Even today, issues like police brutality or inequality persist. So perhaps Anthony Mackie is basically saying that Captain America represents what America should be and not what it is.
I like the sound of that.
And secondly, this one might be a bit far-fetched, but maybe he's also trying to reject the idea of exceptionalism, the belief or the idea that America is inherently superior than any other country on the face of the earth.
I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
And perhaps what he's arguing for is that Captain America's values are universal. Courage, integrity, standing up for what is right, rather than something that's simply exclusive to America. And let's not forget, Mackie is the first black Captain America. His portrayal of Sam Wilson adds a layer of complexity to his character, reflecting the experiences of black Americans. So then perhaps what he's basically trying to say is that Captain America's symbolism has evolved past simple patriotism.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Now that we've steel-manned Mackie's position, let's break it down.
This the part that I like the most.
Captain America is a patriotic superhero. He literally wears the American flag, for goodness sake. Like, his entire character is built around the ideals of what America is. Saying that Captain America shouldn't represent America is almost like saying that Superman shouldn't represent or embody hope, or that Spider-Man shouldn't represent responsibility. It's literally baked into the character's DNA.
He's cooking.
I mean, for goodness sake, Captain America was created during World War II as a symbol of American resilience and moral clarity. My man was punching Nazis in the face before it was even cool. Downplaying his connection to America just ignores what makes the character so iconic. Now, let's talk about something that really grinds my gears. Anthony Mackie is a millionaire. Digimon Honsu or Jimon Honsu, I'm not sure what his name is, but this guy was recently in the media complaining about how underpaid he is in Hollywood as a black actor.
Systemic racism don't change like that anytime soon. I mean, I'm still struggling trying to make a living. I've been in this business and making films now over 2 decades, and still, with 2 Oscar nominations, been in many big blockbuster films, and yet I'm still struggling financially to make a living. I'm definitely underpaid.
These are the guys that have made it big in an industry that rewards hard work and talent. Yet they continue framing their experiences through victimhood, complaining about racism and inequality. Guys, let me put this into perspective for you. I live in Swaziland, a small country in Africa. And let me tell you something. I wish I had the kind of systematic racism that holds actors like Anthony Mackie and Digimon Honsu down. I wish I had the kind of oppression that allows me to fly in private jets and sip pina coladas in my $12 million mansion and star in billion multi-billion-dollar franchises and get to play iconic characters like Captain America, or in my case it would be Captain Africa. Like, I can already see myself holding press conferences in my mansion talking about how like the character of Captain Africa represents a lot of things, and I don't believe that Africa should be one of those things. Now guys, let's be honest, Sam Wilson becoming Captain America was simply a DEI move. I mean, this thing happened when DEI were still Hollywood's favorite buzzwords, man. I mean, the shield was supposed to go to Bucky Barnes. It made sense from a storytelling perspective. Bucky Barnes had a deeper connection with Steve Rogers, and his redemption arc set him up perfectly to take the mantle. And then what do we get instead? We got Sam Wilson taking the shield in a show that kinda felt more like a lecture on race rather than a superhero story. At the end of the day, Captain America is a symbol of hope, not just for America, but for the entire world. America is not perfect, but it is a place where someone like Anthony Mack can achieve his dreams. That's something worth celebrating, not criticizing, in my humble opinion. So what do you guys think? Should Captain America not represent America? Or maybe you guys have a different opinion altogether. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to check out my last video where I called out Melanie Mack for going full religious Puritan and attacking gamers who enjoy sexy female characters. If you haven't seen that video, I guarantee you it's worth a watch. Remember to share your opinions in the comments, like, subscribe, dislike, share, and until next time, I've been your host, Ayanda, and I'll see you in this Melanie Mack video.